Welcome back, everyone. We're here for a second matchup. This one is Div D. We have the Div D-STROYERS and the BUTTERY BIRDIES, and I'm joined by Chemic. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to be on stream again for a second night in a row, so this will be fun.
Oh yeah, it's always a good time when you're casting for DCRL. I don't think there's any better way to spend a night, honestly. It's a bunch of fun, and honestly, I think it almost gets more fun the lower in the divisions you go. Div A, you know what to expect. You have a bunch of high-level players playing, but you know, Division C, D, E, I mean even B at times, you don't know what to expect. So it'll be a very fun matchup here, as almost every Division C, D, I mean, you can say that about every matchup, but I find the lower division ones to be a lot more fun.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited for this this series. I casted the Div A games last night, so got a taste of that. But now I think I'm ready for some slower paced Rocket League, maybe some wild balls, and just some overall just some clean gameplay. For sure.
Sorry, I was just getting people in the lobby here. Yeah, so with that being said, we'll switch over to the second scene we have here with the Division D team standings. I think I need to drop the music a little bit. We'll go with about there, but yeah, the first team, I don't even know how to pronounce their name. I'm not gonna try. And the Ball Chasers, they're both 2-0 starting off their season. Pretty good. They have a lot of shots, decent amount of goals here, but I was gonna say, is there anything that you see that's interesting here between these Division D teams?
I do think the one thing that stands out to me is the difference between Div D-STROYERS and Spaced Out. Spaced Out, sure, only a little bit behind on win percentage, but with a lot higher shooting stats. Another thing that I'm seeing here is this Comic Cats, I believe, with the highest stats. I don't think we've seen them on stream yet, have we?
We might have, we might not have. I don't believe we've gotten Division D on stream a whole lot, so I'm excited to get them on stream tonight. But it's very possible that they haven't been on stream yet, so they might be a team to look out for.
Yeah, other than that, I'm not really seeing too much. I mean, most of these Div D teams haven't played their second match today, or second match yet. Up next today are BUTTERY BIRDIES and Div D-STROYERS, so this will be interesting to see how they play out. But other than that, I think I see maybe just two other teams that I haven't played.
Yeah, there are some bye weeks here with this being Division D. Divisions B, C, and D all have each team getting a bye week at some point throughout the season. So that might be what two of it is. And then this match is actually a week 2 match that had some complications happen. But they're finally getting it played tonight, so it is something interesting to point out here. As we will introduce the Div D-STROYERS, we have Mr. Miko, Futego, and KM King. I might have botched some of those pronunciations, but so yeah, they started off the season 1-0. They're looking pretty good here. They don't have any league-leading stats, but they do seem to be pretty aggressive with the 1.8 demos per game. They do have some decent shooting percentages here. 18 is not great coming out from Mr. Miko, the captain, but 36 and 40% are pretty good threes shooting percentages, if I'd have to say so. Is there anything you see from this? Sorry, I kind of cut you off.
No, you're good. I'm not really seeing much from these guys. Pretty well-rounded team from what I'm seeing. Assists kind of correlate well with the shots, the shooting percentages, the saves also look pretty well-rounded for just kind of a basic team. I mean, this all looks like a genuinely well put together team.
Yeah. We'll see how they play tonight. With that being said, we will move on to the Buttery Birdies. I'll let you introduce them.
All right. So as the captain of the Buttery Birdies, we have Speedy Beans in our captain slot here. We've Golden Draken in the first round pick, and Sloppy John.
I think it's Sloop John.
Oh, Sloop John. Sorry.
You're good.
The one thing that does really stick out to me here is the shooting percentage from Shoot John here, or Sloop John. 3 shots a game is not terrible at all for a Div D team. But the rest of the team here seems to be just kind of overall pretty well rounded. Assists kind of even across the board. Same with the saves, all pretty similar, I'd say. Other than that, nothing really sticks out to me. What about you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Sloop John with the 42% shooting on 3 shots. If there's gonna be anybody you want taking all your shots, it would be Sloop John. It looks like with the highest shooting percentage by far. They did go 0-1. It looks like they lost their first match, but they also seem to be a bit aggressive with the demos here. Averaging looks like 2.25 demos per game as a team compared to the 0.75 demoed per game that happened to them. So both of these teams seem to be pretty demo heavy for Div D at least. So we'll see if that kind of correlates to anything within the game here. But so other than that, you got any last thoughts on these teams?
I don't really have anything other than this should be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, you talked about the demos. Div Destroyers didn't really have anything on their demo side, so maybe Buttery Birdies can make a comeback with this week. Maybe screwing up that 3-man rotation, making it a 2-on-3.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here, but yeah, I forgot to do this last series. But what is your prediction on the matchup tonight?
I think that Div Destroyers are going to take this series with just kind of how well-rounded the team is and how high they are on the Div standings as well. I think Div Destroyers is going to go 2-0 or 3-1.
So 3-1? Gotcha.
3-1 to win.
I think I will go against you here. I'll go for the Buttery Birdies. I think they're going to take it in 5.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll see how that ends up going here. As I'll try to get us into the game. Gotta hope I didn't mess anything up. But yeah, no, it should be a very exciting matchup here in Div D. I'm excited to start it. As we are getting the players on the field, assuming the orange team will join. Are they in? Nope, it's just KM King. I guess they'll jump in now?
Guess
we'll just,
I don't know what...
We're gonna restart. Have everybody back out. We'll restart the series. Little unfortunate here to start out. We apologize for the delays, but we want to get this party started the right way.
All right. Well,
that is on me. Yeah.
Does seem to...
No, you're good.
Nope,
you're good. You're good. You're good.
Looking at the predictions, it does seem that Div Destroyers has chat's vote for this one, so should be interesting to see play out if it all goes through.
Yep. All right. Looks like we are good to go here. I gotta fix the overlay as always.
A good shot by Speed Demon from mid. Cleared out there by KM King. That's Futego up on the blue corner. 50'd by Sloop, now on the orange side. Sloop up off the backboard, trying to get a shot up mid, but unfortunately no one is there to capitalize off it. Good center there from Golden, but unfortunately no one is there again. Futego with a nice shot on goal. Speed Demons trying to clear it out of the blue side. KM King with a good pop and a good shot, but Golden Draken is right there again with the ball hovering on the blue goal line. Saved by Sloop. Miko up for it.
Yeah, we see some demos coming out here. Futego is going to try to shoot this one on net. Not quite able to. Sloop John's going to follow this up, get it past Mr. Miko. We'll see what KM King can do here. He's just going to drop it off for Futego, who's going to try to control it here. KM King's going to get a beat on Speed Beans. A bit of a whiff from both teams there, and Golden Draken beams this one over everybody. It's a great scoring opportunity here, but Mr. Miko's there to hit it away and get a follow-up touch. He's going to try to just control it and make sure that nothing bad happens to his team on defense here. As Golden Draken's going to go for a 50, and that one's going to go in the Div Destroyers' way as they're trying to put a shot on net here.
Mr. Miko trying to get it out of the orange side, but Golden Draken there again to just keep it there, keeping the pressure on, and a great shot from Sloop.
Yeah, Sloop John here gets a touch off the wall, recovers pretty well, and just gets it right past KM King as no one's home for the Div Destroyers. Yeah, they'll go up 1-0 here early on in this game one. See what Mr. Miko can do. Sorry.
No, you go.
Sloop Johns is going to get caught a little bit off guard here. This Golden Draken's going to try to follow this one up. Doesn't quite get it. Futego's going to be there to hit this one out mid. Speed Beam's going to try to just get to it. He's going to take this one off the wall. We'll see if he can follow it up. He cannot. Futego and KM King both double commit on this. And Mr. Miko gets a touch out. And Sloop John's going to catch everybody with no one there. It's going to be 2-0.
Great shot on net from Sloop John. Maybe a double commit on Div Destroyer's side, and Sloop John just able to capitalize off it.
Yeah, absolutely. We have just over 2.5 minutes left in this game. We're halfway through, and KM King's gonna say, I've seen enough scoring from Sloop John. I want to get in on the action too. A pass out mid intended for Golden Draken, and KM King intercepts it and brings that one to the house. It's a 1-goal game here now, as BUTTERY Birdies are going to try to get their lead back to 2.
A great read there from KM with Speed Demon with a setup and a great shot on net. Holy, 2 minutes of not scoring at all in the start, and then that's 4 goals within the span of, I think, 50 seconds?
Yeah, I believe so. Sometimes that's how it works. 1 goal goes in and all of a sudden the dam breaks and you have goal, 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 goal. And all of a sudden, before you know it, there's been 10 goals scored in about a minute. That's how it goes sometimes with Rocket League. These Div Destroyers are going to try to get another one here. KM King with a bit of an unfortunate double jump there, it looked like. This Golden Draken's going to get the beat. He's going to hit this one out to the right. Going to try to follow it up. Gets a 50 with Miko. Speed Demon and KM King with a great 50. It's going to go back mid, and Sloop John's going to be there. Can't quite read it, but Golden Draken's going to get ahead of Mr. Miko. Take it to the wall. Let's see what he can do. He's going to get another touch here to follow it up. It's not quite able to keep with it as KM King's going to clear it out. Speed Beans here to just keep the ball on the side. of the other team, and there's just been so much pressure coming out from Buttery Birdies here as they score.
A great pop-up there from Golden Drake, and I believe that was intended to be a dunk or a dookie, as World would say.
Yeah, but it just goes straight in here. It's 4-1. Buttery Birdies lead. What do you think Div Destroyers need to do here, Kamek, in order to get this game back into control?
From what I've been seeing on the Div Destroyers side, I've been seeing a lot of 2-on-1 play on the ball, a lot of double commits, and it has worked out a bit for them, but not enough for them to be able to continue on with it in these upcoming series. But a great center there, and Sloop John trying to make profit off it.
Yeah, that
Mr.
was...
Miko. Oh.
No, you're good. That was almost very dangerous there for the Buttery Birdies. Div Destroyers are going to try to get something to go here. This Buttery Birdies are just going to turn that one right around. King with a bit of an unfortunate double there. And Miko kind of hits it back towards the net, and Sloop John, he's going to get a hat trick here in game one. He's having himself a great game.
We saw it in the stats. Sloop John was the... I think Sloop John has taken the role in the team as the first man up, the one able to take advantage of whatever's going on. Great shot there from Futego, but it's gonna get cleared out there by Sloop John, trying to go for the wall pinch, but unfortunately just barely misses. KM King with a great pop, unfortunately not able to get the double touch. An attempt there from Futego, but unfortunately this one is gonna go to Buttery Birdies.
Yeah, Buttery Birdies with a very dominant game one here. Yeah, they're showing everybody why they're a force to be reckoned with. And Sloop John, man, look at those stats. 911 points, 3 goals, 1 assist, 5 saves, 45 touches. He was everywhere for this Buttery Birdies team. Just doing everything on the offense, on the defense. He was everywhere. And man, he had one great game here. I don't know what else to say.
I do think that Sloop John has kind of established himself as the first man in rotation. First one up on the ball, first one kind of back in goal to kind of defend off what Div Destroyers has been trying to do. And then Golden Drake and Speed Beans just able to kind of clear it up and give Sloop John a good setup for some of these shots that he's been hitting.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 for 4 shooting is very good too. I mean, we saw it. He was the lead scorer for this Buttery Birdies team here, and he's showing exactly why he is. It's a great game. I don't think Buttery Birdies could have had any better of a start here, coming out with a 5-1 win, but we'll have to see if it transitions into game 2. It might have just been a feeler game. We say it pretty often, where game 1, especially when it's some of these lower ranks and teams may not have had as much stream exposure as Div A people or anything like that. You know, they might have some nerves kicking in, and in game 1 especially we see that. But yeah, as I say that, Div Destroyers, they're going to give themselves their first lead in the series here, as Futego is going to send this one home.
Futego just kind of weaving it through the Buttery Birdies rotation there, and able to get a great play off of the sidewall there. Kickoff is going to be won by Div Destroyers, but pushed towards their net. Speed Beans with no boost, but unfortunately goes up for it. And Sloop John there again, first one back at net, first one to try and get it back, giving Speed Demon enough time to get back in goal and get a good save. Futego with a great shot on net, and Sloop John there again, definitely establishing himself there in rotation. And KM King just being able to sneak it into that far post.
Yeah, it's a great shot here. pretty powerful, very well placed, just right behind the defenders of Buttery Birdies here. So they take a 2-0 lead. They're trying to show game one was a fluke. It might have just been the stream nerves that I was talking about here. Mr. Miko wants to make it 3 with an unfortunate touch there. Futago's going to get it around 1. Golden Draken with a great challenge. Can he follow it up off the wall? He's going to back away. A very smart move there. As Cam King's looking for a pass out mid. Would have been a great pass, but Sloop John is right there to prevent it from happening. Golden Draken's going to 50 it with Mr. Miko, and Miko is going to have one of those demos that we mentioned coming out. Both of these teams being kind of aggressive with the demos, but I don't think I've seen a whole lot of that just yet.
I think we only saw 2 demos in the last game, 1 from each team. Oh, and a great shot there by Mr. Miko after a 50, but Speed Demon is there to block it. Ball kind of hovering over the other side, and Futago there, a demo, like you were saying, right there on Speed Beans. Golden Draken gonna try and take it out of the blue side off the wall. Gonna go for the flip reset, barely misses, and almost an own goal there from Cam King.
Yeah, he had a bit of a redirect there. Looked to be very unfortunate. It would have been a feels bad man moment if it were to go in there, but does not here. So we'll see what can happen from Buttery Birdies. A wide open net. I don't think Sloop John's gonna get there in time. He does not. That is super unfortunate here as we just passed the midway point of this game too.
Golden Draken with a pass mid. Sloop John is up, and that's an amazing shot to the far post.
Yeah, it's a very good shot here. A pretty high aerial. Sloop John gets the beat on Mr. Miko. That one's going to be sent home to the house. 2-1. Div Destroyers lead here, but no lead is safe, it appears. With this Buttery Birdies team, they just have to get their offense going, which might end up, you know, getting the gears oiled a little bit here with the first goal. We'll see what happens. 2 minutes is plenty of time, though, for the scoreline of this game to change.
You're absolutely correct. The tides of Rocket League are forever changing. No team will ever be favored by this ball. As Speed Demon tries to get a little pass up mid, but Mr. Miko is going to try and get it out of this orange corner. Looks to be in somewhat of a stalemate, but Futago just booming it over to the blue corner. Gonna be a pass mid, and unfortunately Golden Draken is there with a great shot on net.
Yeah, that one's just going to go in here. Golden Draken gets a touch. Cam King with a bit of an unfortunate side flip. Mr. Miko was not expecting it, and it's a tie ball game here, Kemet.
Absolutely. Only a minute 30 left. Do you think we're going to go into overtime in this one?
Honestly, I think it's looking pretty likely here. Both teams, game one seems like it might have been a bit of a fluke here from Buttery Birdies. We'll see if they make me eat my words within the next minute here. But I think both teams have gotten a bit more settled into the match. Could very well go to overtime, but this overtime would be a very crucial one.
Absolutely. Both of these teams' first time on stream, second game, and right into overtime. This will definitely establish who's gonna be kind of harder to get past in this series.
Yeah, we got half a minute left here. That is assuming it goes to overtime. Anything can happen, of course. We saw it game one of last series. We had a 3-second goal to prevent an overtime, basically, as the Buttery Birdies are looking hungry, and Mr. Miko with a great touch out. Golden Dragon's going to back away. Speed Demon's keeping up, but he's not able to hit the ball towards the net. Cam King's going to send this one out to Golden Draken, who's just going to pop it up, buy some time for his teammates. I think this one's going to hit the ground. There it is. We got overtime here, game two. If Buttery Birdies take this, it's match point. But if Div Destroyers take it, it's essentially a best of 3 here. This can very heavily affect the tides of the series.
Absolutely. Sloop John with a great shot towards the orange side. Golden Draken with a great shot on net, blocked out by Futego. Speed Demon with a pass towards the orange mid, but boomed over to the other side by KM King, who's going to have a great shot on net, ending game 2 for Div Destroyers.
Yeah, it's a great shot here. Bit of a difficult angle to throw on net from KM King. He shoots it top bins, you know, Mama's cookie jar there. So they'll certainly take it. It's a 3-2 win. KM King had a pretty great game. 2 goals, 1 assist, 100% goal participation for him. And all 3 players on Div Destroyers got a demo. That's a pretty cool stat.
Absolutely. This will be interesting to see if Buttery Birdies kind of adapts to that demo strategy, as Div Destroyers definitely did in this game. Sloop John, again, still kind of showing his presence there in Buttery Birdies' offense, well, highest on their team, with a shot, assist, and 2 saves.
Yeah, he's definitely playing very well for his team, but it was an overtime loss. He's really just came down to 1 or 2 nice plays from either of these teams here. So, you know, it's a bit unfortunate if you're Buttery Birdies, but you just gotta forget about it, have a short memory, and go into this game 3. It's a lot of momentum here. They came back down 2, but they were not able to pull it out and go up 2-0 in the series here. As we go into this game 3, we'll see who immediately starts off with some momentum. Mr. Miko is going to try to put this one back mid towards his teammates. Not quite able to here, as Golden Draken's going to get a nice clear out, and Speed Demon's going to just clear it out for his team. We'll see what Golden Draken can do. Bit of a 50 with Mr. Miko, and that one almost finds the back of the net, but it does not, and Div Destroyers get a bit of a break.
Futego going to try and get a touch towards mid here, but Golden Draken, a great pass there to Sloop John to put it in the orange side. Mr. Miko's there to intercept it. Going to be a pass there to Futego, who's going to have a shot on net, but Golden Draken is ready for it. Speed Demon going to try and get it out of the blue, but that's going to be a great shot on net from KM King, but blocked by Sloop John. Sloop John still going to try and struggle to get it out of the blue side. KM King, possible pass towards mid. Mr. Miko's up. A pass to Futego, but Golden Draken is there.
Yeah, Golden Draken's going to try to get a shot towards the net. Not quite able to. Some great defense coming out from the Div Destroyers here. Futego's just going to try to control this one. Gets a flick over the defender. Gets this one on net. Not quite able to, and Mr. Miko skies it. That's very unfortunate, as KM King is not quite able to get a touch on it, and that attack kind of fizzles out. Looked to be a very potent one for the Div Destroyers here, but unfortunately they're kind of forced to go back on defense here.
Yeah. But a great clear from Miko on net, blocked out by Golden Draken. Futego gonna be mid. Golden Draken passing it towards the orange side. Popped by Mr. Miko. Caught by KM King. Gonna be a setup towards mid, but just goes straight over top. Gonna be Golden Draken 50'd with KM King. KM King wins it. Gonna be looking for a pass back, but no one seems to be there. Mr. Miko steps up. Speed Demon off the ceiling, gonna try and do a little something. Golden Draken towards mid, towards Sloop John. But it's gonna be blocked out by KM King.
Yeah, we'll see what Futego can do here. He's trying to continue the attack. but he's not quite able to. Gets 50, and the ball gets sent straight back to their net. Golden Dragon with a bit of a miss here, and Sloop John is going to put it right down the middle, but Futego and Mr. Miko were both there to get the save. Sloop John's going to boom this one back towards the net. We'll see what happens. Tries to get a follow-up. Can't quite get there in time here. Scam King's just going to boom this one down. This might find its way in, but Speed Beans is there for the save. Let's see what Sloop John is able to do here. He'll hit it off the corner. Low boost, just going to try to control the ball. It's a great play here. Gets a flick over one, and Golden Draken's there to contend, but Speed Demon's going to boom it and almost hits it into his teammate. And we'll see what Buttery Birdies can do here on the offensive.
Futego pushing it over to the Birdies side. KM King gonna try and get a little something there off the back wall, but blocked out. Sloop John passing to Golden Draken up front. Golden Draken gonna try for something off the back wall, but it's gonna get blocked out there by KM King and Futego. We're gonna push it back towards the blue. Mr. Miko trying for a setup there on the blue net, but blocked out by Speedy Beans. Futego, a full tank of boost. Over one, a pass to mid, and KM King is able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, he gets the first goal of this game here with just 40 seconds remaining. Futego with a great pass mid. Sloop John's not quite able to get a great 50 on that ball to keep it out of the net here. And Buttery Birdies are going to have to put up some offensive pressure right away pretty quick here. Otherwise, they risk being on match point.
Golden Draken gonna clear it out of the blue side here. Gonna be trying to throw it over to his side where someone can intercept with some boost. And Sloop John demoed by Futego on the offensive. Golden Draco gonna try and set up a little something there. With 10 seconds left, Buttery Birdies is gonna need just some sort of momentum. They might have it right here. Golden Draken, unfortunately, with 0 boost and 0 hope going into game 3 as DIV Destroyers take it.
Yeah, you hate to see it there. Right at the end, no boost, just it's a feels bad moment. But Sloop John, once again with the highest score in the lobby. He seemed to be everywhere for this Buttery Birdies team, but they just did not have any offensive pressure. Only 2 shots coming out for them compared to the 6 from DIV Destroyers. With 6 shots, one of them was bound to go in. And I mean, they forced 5 saves from the Buttery Birdies here. It was just the one that they couldn't save that broke the camel's back. And I know I'm absolutely botching that analogy, but
I think it works pretty well.
Yeah. I think Buttery Birdies, they just need to focus a bit more on, you know, putting some offensive pressure there and just keeping the ball in the other team's half. If you're always on the defensive end, you can't really expect to score very often. But they are in some very dangerous territory here. On match point, it's 1 game left for DIV Destroyers to win, so they got to start playing very well, and they got to start playing now.
Absolutely. Speed Demon gonna try and do a little something here off the wall. Little to no boost. Cam King gonna be able to get it over. A pass there to Mr. Nico, who's gonna set it up mid again. Golden Draco gonna be able to try and get it on net, but unfortunately blocked out by the entirety of DIV Destroyers. A great shot on net there by Futego, but Golden Draken is there again. He seems to be a lot more of the defensive player compared to Sloop John.
Yeah, you could say that. Sloop John, we've seen him a lot on the offense. I've seen him a lot on defense as well, but obviously he can't be the only defender for this team with the 5 saves that they needed last game. We'll see what Cam King can do here. He's trying to take a one-on-one here with Sloop John. Sloop John gets the 50 and Golden Draken can't quite read the ball there. Nico's going to back pass it to KM King, who's just going to try to control it a bit. Sloop John's going to send this one back towards mid. He's going to try to get a shot on net. That one was a great opportunity, just a little high. Speedbean's going to try to follow it up here. Golden Draken's going to try to shoot this one on net. Not quite able to. Mr. Nico's going to be there for the clear.
Mr. Nico off the orange wall, going to try for a wall pinch. Unfortunately, not able to get the right angle. A setup there by Mr. Nico and Futego. Nico going to look to be going for a double touch. Unfortunately, not able to get that second hit. KM King out of the blue corner, trying to get something set up. Futego's there, but unfortunately gets 50'd. KM King going to rotate back, trying his best at shatter defense.
This one almost goes in here for Golden Drake, and he gets demoed as a result of that shot. But Futego just trying to control it here. Gets a shot towards net. Sloop John, very close. He was there for the save, but that one looked mighty dangerous for Buttery Birdies here. They're playing with fire at times, it almost looks like, in this match point game here, as they're trying to force a game 5.
Golden Draken off the wall with a great shot on net. Goes for the bump, and he gets it with an amazing shot off the wall.
Yeah, flips into it off the wall. And this one, one came up from above the net. The others just seemed to be a bit out of boost and didn't have the momentum to get there in time. It's Buttery Birdies. They'll certainly take the lead here. We got 2 minutes left. Anything can happen. As I'm sure I sound like a broken record by now, saying that with enough time, anything can happen here. Buttery Birdies are trying to capitalize. Sloop John's here trying to take a shot. And how is that one not going to go in? Oh my goodness.
2 out of the 3 players of Div Destroyers just in net, kind of acting as sort of a wall. And it's looking that Buttery Birdies is going to need that wall mentality to get it out of this attack that's going on from Destroyers. Gonna be Mr. Nico up for a shot. Mid to Futego. Pops it up. Is KM King there? He is just a bit late. Gonna 50 it with Speed Beans there. Mr. Nico with a good pop. Gonna go up for it. Gonna try and make the most out of it, but unfortunately cannot. Futego's there. Sloop John and KM King go for a 50. One out by Sloop John. A good pass to Speed Beans, who's going to try and set up a decent attack there for Buttery Birdies. As the pressure keeps going on, Golden Draken up for that. Going to try for a pass mid, maybe something. Right there to Speed Beans, but blocked out by KM King.
Yeah, Buttery Birdies are trying to just hold on to their lead here. They have some offense going. You might have been able to hear my comms saying, hey, just get more offense going and you guys got this. But so far they have been playing to that mentality. They've kind of had to be a bit of a brick wall here too. As of right now, you know, they have to keep the other team scoreless. And they've done that so far here. 20 seconds left. The ball is on Div Destroyers half. So Mr. Miko's going to force this one back. Sloop John's just going to try to get the 50. Can't quite. We'll see what happens. This one's on net. Oh my goodness, what a save from Sloop John.
A great save there by Sloop John, but can Div Destroyers keep up the pressure? And unfortunately, they cannot. Buttery Birdie is going to take us into the next game. 2-2, I believe.
Yeah, now it's match point for both of these teams. And I can't help but highlight that final save coming out from Sloop John. You know, that one, it looked very lethal, you know, right at the back corner of the net. I don't know if it would have went in if he didn't touch it out, but would have been a very rough way to go to overtime, but got a great touch, kept it out of the net, and here we are, game 5. I mean, it's kind of what you hope for as a caster, and kind of as a viewer, unless you're really rooting for one of these teams. It's always great to get to the deciding game here.
Always great to watch more Rocket League is what I say. But this will be interesting to see how Buttery Birdies kind of takes this momentum into the 5th and final game of the series.
Yeah, you know, winner takes all. This one's for all the marbles here. As we saw last game, you know, one mistake can cause you the series now, because the one shot that went in for Buttery Birdies was the only one to go in all game long. As I say that, Futego is going to start off the scoring here just 8 seconds into game 5.
A great pop-up there by KM King, and Futego just able to sneak it in right above Buttery Birdies. The kickoff won by Buttery Birdies. They're going to keep up the pressure, and a retaliation goal by Golden Draken right off the bat.
What in the world? We saw one goal all of last game, and now we've seen 2 in the first 12 seconds here. Oh my god. Even
in the game before that, it was like 2 minutes before the first goal. What has happened between...
Yeah, we'll see. Cam King, he's going to try to put that one towards net. Mr. Miko gets a 50 here in Futego. That one was slated to go on net too, but it was saved out. Cam King, he's going to go for a bit of a double tap. Doesn't have the boost to find the second touch here. This Golden Draken's going to follow this one up. Mr. Miko looks a little awkward. Can't quite find the touch. And Golden Draken is not quite able to get that one on net. We'll see what happens as D-STROYERS kind of give this one over to Buttery Birdies here. Sloopjohn's going to pass it mid, but his teammate cannot find a touch on the ball. Cam King's going to send that one slamming back towards the Buttery Birdies net here. As both teams are just trying to get some sort of offense going here in this game 5.
Looks to be Golden Draken kind of making the headway for Buttery Birdies here. Going to be a pass to Sloopjohn. Little to no boost, tries to get it over Mr. Nico. But Nico, with that, just that hitbox of the Dominus, just being able to get it over. Speed Demon going to clear it over to the orange side. Going to be Mr. Nico, the only one back. Looks to be. Sloopjohn is up, but unfortunately unable to make the shot. Golden Draken back again. But Futego going to take it out of the orange side and try and create some sort of offensive pressure for D-STROYERS. Sloopjohn there again back at net. And it looks to be just kind of a game of ping pong at this point.
Yeah, both teams are just trying to get the ball out of their half and send it back just as quickly. We see that a lot in some of these games. Obviously, it's best to kind of control the ball, but sometimes you just want the ball out of your half, and Mr. Miko goes for a great read and gets it here.
Absolutely. Unfortunate touch there from Sloopjohn, and Mr. Miko just absolutely going to be able to make the most out of it.
Yeah, he puts the D-STROYERS back in the driver's seat here. 3 minutes left in game 5, but they will definitely be looking for another. At the very least, though, now they can try to be a brick wall on defense and prevent another Buttery Birdies goal, and that would be enough to secure the series. But, as I keep saying, 2.5 minutes is plenty of time for anything to happen. Sloopjohn's going to take the boost, try to control the ball. Gets it past Futego. Is not quite able to get a 50 here with either of the other guys. From D-STROYERS is that one ping pong straight into a blue car. Cam King's going to take advantage and score here.
Kind of like what you were just saying. I mean, who needs defense if the offense is so hard where they just get this lead up and up and up?
Absolutely. They take a 2-goal lead here with 2 minutes left. It's starting to approach now or never territory for Buttery Birdies. If they're going to try to get this game back, we'd have to... Ideally, they score very soon here. We'll see if that happens, but all they need to really do is go back to their Game 1 form But Div Destroyers do not want to see that happen, as that shot is sent booming at the net, but not quite able to find its way in.
Golden Drake gonna take the headway on this offense. Sloop John gonna be mid, but Mr. Nico with a somewhat of a shot on net. Speed Demon gonna be off the back wall trying for something, but Mr. Nico is there as well. Golden Drake gonna kind of drive it over into the orange side, but pushed back over into the blue by Futego. That's a great setup for another shot, and Mr. Nico able to sneak one in.
Yeah, it's a great shot coming out from Mr. Nico here, putting the Div Destroyers up by 3. That is a very difficult angle to hit as a Div D player. Very impressive coming out from the captain, Mr. Miko, showing off why he is the captain of this team, as they just have a minute to lock down their second win of the season here. But can they do it?
I do believe so. 3 goals in a minute is not an impossible feat, but a very, very close one. As Futego puts another one in, now 4 goals in 51 seconds needed by Buttery Birdies to tie this one up.
Yeah, this one's looking more and more unlikely by the minute. 4 goals, 51 seconds, it's doable, but not very likely. The comeback could be crazy, as Chad is saying here, but they'll have to start now if they want it.
It's not looking too good with Mr. Miko off the sidewall, pushing it into the blue. But Speedy Bean's gonna push it into the orange, kind of blocked out there by his teammate, and Futego putting a stop to that offense with a good, clean demo. As clean as demos can be. And a great shot by Golden Draken to kind of start the headway.
Yeah, he gets his second goal here for Buttery Birdies, but it might be too little too late, I feel. 19 seconds, it could happen, but very unlikely here. As we see time ticking down, Cam King's going to try to get one for the road. It's a 50. It's going to be saved, but yeah, I think this one's all but over.
Never back down, never what, says Buttery Birdies, as they're going to try and get it out. But unfortunately, it's going to touch the ground and go to Div Destroyers.
Yeah, they'll take it in 5 here. It's a great series to end the night. Yeah, Div Destroyers, Mr. Miko and Futego both coming out with 2 goals each. Cam King with 1 goal, 1 assist. They all around played a pretty strong game here. Well, I think Buttery Birdies were just a little too reliant on a single player in all of the games. Still a very close series all around, and I'm very excited to see that it went to 5. But yeah, we'll get these guys in for a winner's interview here now. If I can figure out where it's at on the overlay. Here we go. We'll drag him in.
Oh, howdy.
Congrats on the win, guys. It was very exciting to see you guys play. I know this was a week 2 matchup that got delayed, but finally happening here. I'm gonna go first to the captain here, Mr. Miko.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your team that you've built this season?
Honestly, fantastic. Like they're a lot of fun to play with, and we really mesh well as a team overall.
Yeah, you guys seem to be playing pretty well. Game 1, a bit of a feeler game, didn't quite go your way. Was there anything that you guys tried to change up going into game 2?
Yeah, we muted the DCRL stream because we were watching the pregame, and then I went to the bathroom. I came back and never muted it, and I think it was either KM or Futego. One of them also had to not have the stream muted for like the entire first half of that game.
Pretty much.
And so it was not very clear comms. So that's what happened there.
Yeah, my apologies on not making sure you guys were ready at the beginning of the game either. I'm sure that kind
good.
of messed with you a little bit.
We were
But
good. I was like, do I have time to go to the bathroom? They're like, no, we're in the game. I'm like, well, it's a little late now.
yeah, my bad. Frutego, I haven't heard your name before. Are you your first semester here in DCRL?
Yeah.
How are you liking it so far?
Well, it's been pretty fun so far. I came in, big plans, trying to break the Bennett curse, taking them to land this season.
You guys are well on your way to it. Kemek, you got any questions for these guys?
I do have one for, I believe it's KM King. What do you feel like your role has been in this team recently?
I think, especially tonight, I scored a decent amount of goals. I think I was pretty offensive tonight, and I let Miko take the backseat. I was giving him my day off here from carrying. No, but I feel like we mesh well together. Like, it doesn't matter. We just rotate well, and we're playing equally.
Yeah, all three of you seem to have some pop-off games at different points in the series, but you guys put it together, came out with the win. I want to say congratulations on the win. I don't have anything else for you guys. Kemek, you got anything else?
I've got nothing else.
Well, with that being said, congrats on the win. I wish you guys good luck on the rest of your season. You guys have a great night.
You guys as well.
Yep.
All right. Well, that will just about do it here for us with DCRL. That's the second series of the night. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's been great having you on the casting desk here, Kemek.
I'm glad to be here. This is the most fun I've had in a long time. I love sitting up here and being able to watch a great game being played by great players in an amazing league.
Oh yeah. Anytime you're streaming, casting, doing anything with DCRL, it's always a good time. But with that being said, yeah, I think it's time to put this stream to an end. I got some homework to do still tonight, so I hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll hopefully have some games going on tomorrow night. Nothing guaranteed yet, but hopefully we will see you guys then. With that being said, I'm Omega, and that's Kemek. Signing off.